Right.
So we authored a paper about that, which I can forward to you.
That would be fantastic. And anything else that you give to people who are thinking about doing these kinds of things.
Yeah, the paper is terrific, and basically what it means is that you lose 2% of funded status every year because of your retiree population right off the bat. So if your LDI strategy,
given the
yeah,
level of interest rates, that's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
your hurdle rate, well, again, this is, sort of, why are we focusing on the small balance transaction people when in actuality you're running this runoff annuities business with a cash flow outflow that says you have to earn at least 2% a year just to maintain your current fund status.
Which is underfunded in many cases, so
which is largely
underfunded. Yeah, no, well, anybody who thinks about this from a corporate finance point of view is going to think about it differently. Anyway.
Well, and this is an off-the-record thing, Maggie, for us, but, when the investment banks and other people were involved in this business to a larger degree, those were the conversations that we're having. The investment banks have really, because of the constant focus on costs, sponsors have been looking for these low-cost, get me out of the small balance transactions, and a lot of the strategic thinking around this has been left behind, frankly, in the market. And the numbers really bear out the fact that people should be thinking about this very differently. That's number one. Number two, as well right, the advisory for this business is really driven by the firms who have these massive OCIO businesses.
Yeah.
So they're doing.
They're not in conflict there.
Oh my God, the conflict is not only enormous, but they really don't provide advice. They just run a process for people. Right, so they're running a process. Okay, we'll send out the data to the insurance companies. We'll get quotes back. Here's everybody's contract. Like, they're quarterbacking processes. They're not providing strategic advice.
Well, it's not cost effective to them to do that if what they want is the assets of the existing, the rump of the insurance business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Oh, God. How these things work out.
Well, listen, if I was leaving my job today, I would write that story. That would be my story.
I know.
Right now, no one, no one wants that in print, but, a lot of this stuff isn't happening because of that issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, having assets that you can manage is where all the money is made.
Sure.
I mean, that's why you want them too. But
yeah,
I take your point. Obviously, that won't be the story I will write either, because I would lose my job as well.
Right.
But it
would be called an Insurance and Investments magazine, not Pension and Investments magazine.
Exactly.
Right.
And I realize one question I didn't put on the list is sort of in terms of your competition so you got a market that's relatively flat now, but obviously we all know there's X trillions in pension funds, so $25 billion a year is really just chipping away. Is there enough capacity in the market to take on more transactions?
Yes. So I think that, if you think about the market pre-GM, right, pre-2012, it was, call it $1 billion a year, right? We're now at $25 billion a year and functioning very well, right? Good competition, price discovery, everything else. There are new entrances into the market, and I think that as, demand increases, the supply of insurers and people looking to do this business is grown. So I don't perceive any capacity issues.
Because basically there shouldn't be if